Welcome YouTube, back to episode 2. So as I said, I'll probably be doing this weekly or bi-weekly depending on how many updates there are, depending on how busy I am, depending on what's going on in my life. But for those of you who care enough to watch, I appreciate you being here. This last 2 weeks, I would say not even this week, it's been a pretty crazy somewhat ride. I mean, a lot has happened. As I shared in the last one, my parents moved to Dubai permanently. I finally got them to come out here and I moved them here. They stayed with me for about 8 days, 9 days, and then I found them a place temporarily. So they're going to be there for 3 months. It's very close to me as well here in downtown. So I'm super happy about that. And then the plan is probably to get a villa somewhere in Dubai for them as they're villa people, they're house people growing up in London. So regardless, I'm very excited. They're here, they've moved, they're close, they're in the same city. And it's nice to be able to have that access to your parents. It's something that I haven't had, so probably even before I was 18 I would say 17, 18, I haven't really had the opportunity to have that level of access to my parents. Since then, having, gone to university, lived away from home, moved out at an early age, started my business, being very occupied and busy with social life as you grow up, experiencing your own thing. So it's nice to have family close again, and I really do appreciate that. So that's been like on the personal side. In terms of the agency AKM, we hit a new milestone over the last sort of 2 weeks in terms of revenue. So super happy with my team, proud of my team, my CMO. If he's watching this, you know who you are. My COO and just the rest of the team and the effort that's been put in over the last sort of 6 to 8 months to get us to where we are. This was a goal that we had set around maybe 8 months ago, 7 months ago, and to hit it at the pace that we did and to actually actualize it on a month-to-month basis was tough. I do have to be honest about that. It wasn't easy, but the best things in life aren't easy. So, but anyways, regardless, super happy with that. In addition to that, so I'm just going to do like a quick summary, and then whatever I feel like I need to talk about more of, I'll touch on longer. Hiring a new EA. I touched on that on my last video. Over the last 2 weeks, I have gone through a painstaking process of interviewing and getting to know a lot of women out there in terms of hiring for the position of this role. Some great, some amazing, some disastrous, and just crazy things that I saw and heard. Some things I was shocked people would even say in an interview, but hey, that's life, that's reality, that's the world that we live in. You can't really control what people say or what they do. But I finally have narrowed it down to sort of my top 2. And out of those top 2, I've pretty much already subconsciously picked one. Very talented, very bubbly, very social, in the right ways, and then focused in the other ways. Just the right fit overall. I ended up having like a short interview 1-to-1, which was meant to be roughly around sort of 30 minutes, 45 minutes. And the conversation ended up going on for like an hour and 55 minutes and well into like 11 p.m. in the evening. So really appreciated that. And I like the energy that bounced off one another. I like that she was proactive in a lot of things. So I'm excited. I'm excited to poach her. She just started a new job as a PA. However, I think she's the right fit. So I'm going to go ahead and poach, which is just the nature of things. The best people usually have jobs. And I found that to be the case over the last few years of hiring. Other than that, new goals are being set for the agency now. We're in Q2 officially, of course. April, as I record this, it's 18th of April at 10 p.m. I just got back from the gym, doing a late workout, and so new goals are in well overdue basically now for the agency. So I'm going to sit down with my team this week and my senior team and just sort of plan out the next 12 months, what we want to do, how we want to hit it, what is the realism of hitting it, probabilities, plan A, plan B, plan C, looking at the different verticals of scale and growth within the agency, evaluating our current clients, the scale of growth with them, what we're going to be doing with them, etc. So it's an exciting time. I mean, it's definitely not an easy time or I would say like a relaxed time when you start planning these goals in detail and forecasting, etc. But it is very tedious. However, it's well worth it. And I do recommend this to anybody, whether you're an agency, whether you're an e-com brand. Learn to understand your numbers and forecast for the future and make a plan of action to actualize that forecast. Because without those, the plans to actually actualize it, it's just numbers on a piece of paper, and you might hit it, you might never hit it. in most cases, people won't hit it because they'll have nothing to go off week on week, day on day, month on month to work towards to hit that goal. And that's something that I definitely learned and I saw in real time over the last 6, 7 months when we set the goals in the first place to get to the milestone that we just hit. Yeah, so I'm very excited for that. In addition to that, Marble, the brand, is growing faster than ever. Ramadan was a super success as planned. We're also doing a pop-up at the start of May, I think the 7th or 8th of May here in Dubai. And it's going to be like limited to around 200, 300 people capacity. And then it's going to be like a really cool pop-up. So we're investing a lot into that. We're going to invite a lot of big influencers, models, and I think it'll be a fun time. It'll be great brand publicity. We'll get a lot of content out of it. Just in general, like customer satisfaction, customer loyalty, all of those things I'm very much looking forward to doing, executing, and seeing the end result, because my partner on it has been putting a lot of effort into that pop-up, and I'm very excited to see how it pans out overall. Another thing is we've been approached by a sort of Wayflyer type business here in the GCC, in the Gulf countries, and they're essentially just wanting to throw money to fund the women's side of the business. And it's an interesting offer, so we're looking to explore that. In addition to that, we're also right now in talks with buyers at Gallery Lafayette and Bloomingdale's, and we're just sort of exploring what's possible. How does Marble as a brand fit into Gallery Lafayette? What are the costs of that? What is the deal structure of that? Because they have their own ways that they have their own sort of fees and structures that I was familiar with, but Bloomingdale's kind of surprised us with crazy fees out of nowhere. So negotiating back and forth with them. One of them wants exclusivity. Obviously, we want to be in both. Bloomingdale's is a very big chain all around the world, big here in the GCC as well. Gallery Lafayette, renowned, and I think it's like the right fit in terms of the luxury side and what the brand brings. But we'll see. We're exploring it. We're seeing where it goes, and I'm quite excited for that. We were also in touch with a group which we were discussing about getting big ambassadors on board. So one of the ambassadors that flagged up was Georgina, which is Cristiano Ronaldo's wife. For those who are not familiar, and that was interesting because one, I didn't know that we could get such easy access to her, and two, that she was actually open and interested in Marble and representing us as an ambassador. So we'll see. I'm sure her fees will be through the roof. I have no doubt. I have no intention of going down that route either, right now at least. But we'll see. I have a feeling she'll be charging like 1 to 2 million just to become like an ambassador, or maybe even just to post, because her reach these days is insane. But yeah, overall, Marble doing really well. Happy with the brand. Summer plans. This is more on the personal side now. Summer plans have sorted out, or like part one of summer is completely sorted out and booked. Going to be in south of France next month for a few events, for a birthday, for other things. And it'll be nice. It'll be a big group of us, around 8-9 people, all trusted in a circle. Everyone on a very similar sort of mindset and wavelength. So yeah, I'm excited. South of France is always fun. It's always a great place to party. It's always a great place to celebrate and enjoy, and the weather's great. The people are great. There's some big events going on next month too, so I'm excited to be there. And yeah, summer plans. Other than that, my COO is finally going to be traveling with me. This is the first time my CEO has decided to travel with me on one of these trips in over 2 years, which I'm very excited for. And alongside that, my CMO is going to be moving to Dubai later in June or July. So I feel like Dubai will feel even more complete once I have sort of the core senior team all in one place, which is what I've wanted for a while. And I finally convinced him, and I'm excited for that. But yeah, all around, I'm just, by the way, if I keep looking that way, it's because I'm reading my notes. All around, I'm really excited for sort of the growth, what's happened over the last 2 weeks, everything that was executed and actualized, a lot of the systems that are going on within AKM and also Marble, as well as the private equity, are all coming into place. AKM is also going through a massive legal restructuring right now, which has been delayed, just back and forth between the legal teams, and it's starting to really like piss me off right now, if I'm completely honest. But I'm hoping that by the end of this week, everything should be finalized with that. I'm also seeing the systems that I mentioned in the last video come into play and actualized. I'm seeing a lot of more organization due to that, a lot more structure, which I'm really happy with. And yeah, all around, I'm happy. I'm excited. A lot of progress. I sit down on Thursday with the potential EA that I'll be making the offer to, and kind of finalizing that. So I'm super, 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 super excited, if I haven't already said it a million times, about getting an EA/a PA in my life, and the amount of time, the time and freedom that will like open up for me to focus my bandwidth on other projects, and then to outsource that, and then it's a perpetuating cycle that never ends. I'm definitely not hiring just so I can chill and do nothing. I'm hiring so I can do a lot more. And that is something that I'm very, very excited for. It will then allow me to open up a lot more doors within the companies and focus on, different things, such as personal brands, such as getting more like a system for lead generation to be even better than it is now, and other avenues that I haven't even thought of or explored, or just haven't had time to explore. There's a lot that I'm aware of that I can do. I just don't have the bandwidth to do it, and the ROI has never made sense up until I have more time. So yeah, anyways, that's it for me. This has been episode 2. I appreciate you guys for listening, for watching. If you have any feedback, if you want me to talk about certain things within the companies in future episodes, do let me know. And as I said, I'll be doing these weekly or bi-weekly, depending on how much goes on, depending on what there is to say. Other than that, I am now going to clock out. It's Tuesday. It's about to be 11 p.m. soon. And I am going to just read a book for maybe like read 10, 15 pages, have some nice mushroom tea, and then go to sleep. That's the plan. Super exciting. Anyways, catch you guys soon.